1995 and it's about to be the best year of Barbie's life. Why? Because I'm gonna be born and I'm gonna be her new best friend. Her dream houses keep getting more and more iconic and I am in love with this pink Victorian number that I'm about to make in The Sims 4. And I think I chose the perfect neighbourhood for this build. I feel like the colour of the trees really match with the colour that the dream house ends up being. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, this is a Victorian inspired build. It is the dream house that Barbie had in 1995. I really love copying houses that I find elsewhere. Because usually when I play The Sims, I just have my idea and then I just go in and create it really fast, really simple. I get to the point. But I really like copying houses because it makes you experiment with different shapes, and I really do love the shape of this house. I don't know what that thing in the front would be called. A turret? Probably not. I think that's what you have in castles, that goes all the way around. But yeah, I have made a few Barbie houses, but I think this ended up being my favourite, which is fitting because it is a 1995 house, which is the Barbie dream house from the year that I was born. Did you have a dream house when you were growing up? I never actually had one. I always had to make my own playhouses out of cardboard. But I would have absolutely loved this dream house. It is so me. So if you had this dream house, I am really, really envious of you because it's just so beautiful. I used to play with my Barbies for hours and hours on end. You know, Barbies were like my OG Sims. Before The Sims, I was playing Barbies for hours in my room, creating the same kind of storylines that I do in Sims with my Barbies. So yeah, I think that's why I really love The Sims, because it just reminds me of like a doll. It's like a dollhouse simulation, and yeah, I absolutely live for that, and that's why I think The Sims is such a popular game, especially with a female audience, because that's kind of what we all grew up with, is that kind of realistic type play, and then to be able to play it in a video game, it's just so relaxing and therapeutic, isn't it? Like, come on, when you play The Sims, you're just in a whole new level of relaxation. But yeah, I really love these stained glass doors and windows that I was able to find with the Making Magic pack. Is it called the Making Magic pack? No, that's the Sims one. The Realm of Magic pack actually has some amazing build items and buy items. So yeah, I also love copying builds. I also love copying different structures because it gets me to experiment with packs that I also wouldn't use. Now here I try to put a beam in the house because the Barbie dream house that I'm copying off, it does have a beam that goes through the house and it looks really cool, but it ended up just kind of making the house look a little bit funny, so I do take it out, which is a little bit of a shame, but yeah. I was kind of trying to prioritise the aesthetics in this house. So yeah, in my other Barbie videos that I have made, I try and get the interior to match the Barbie dream house that I'm trying to copy, but here I just kind of went with my own creative direction. I went with a very pink, kind of Victorian, kind of 90s theme, and I had a lot of fun with it. And I've got to say, this house is a little bit unhinged, but you know what? That is when The Sims is the most fun, when you can just be as unhinged with it as you possibly can. So I made this house just an open plan house. I set up a kitchen that went all the way along a wall. Probably a little bit too big, but I don't care. I was having fun with it, and I just love making all pink kitchens in The Sims now. I never do it when I'm playing my games, but after making all these Barbie houses, I've got to experiment with pink more in The Sims. I just love it. Yeah, and also this wallpaper I use is the one that came with Strangerville, and it's my favourite wallpaper in the whole game. It's so ugly that it's beautiful, and I just think it adds like the perfect Victorian girly touch to this house. And you can see in the corner that I do have a little popcorn maker. All of the Barbie dream houses seem to come with a little bowl of popcorn, so when I'm doing my Sims builds, I also try and include a little popcorn maker. And I just, oh, look at that, look at the pink. I also have a look at this tiling and I think, should I just put this on the outside? but no, it didn't give me the look that I wanted. And then I found this table from like the party pack. I don't know what it's called, the boho pack, can't remember, but it looks just like a Barbie design that I had when I was a kid. I'm sure I had like a Barbie set or like some Barbie outfits that had that exact pink with the flowers on that's on the tablecloth there, and also that pink and blue combination that I definitely saw when I was younger. So yeah, I'm kind of putting like a nice little vintagey reading nook into Barbie's house. Like trying to set up like a little hobby corner. I don't really know what to do with this alcove. That alcove actually is where in the original Barbie dream house that I'm making, they have a lot of the Barbie dream houses have lifts, so that is where the lift for the Barbie would go. So I originally made it into like a hobby nook, but then I realised, seeing as though this is going to be seeing as that's meant to be the part of transportation in the house, I end up putting a little ladder there in a moment that you'll see. So yeah, I'm just finishing off her little living area, and yeah, it's kind of a really unconventional house, but I kind of love it and I actually want to play with that. So yeah, now you see me putting the ladder in the house, and I'm going to make a start on the upstairs. So yeah, I actually love these ceiling lights. I think they really add to the dollhouse vibe. And then I'm going in trying to make a bathroom here. I'm kind of struggling a little bit with this space, but I think what I end up with I'm pretty happy with. So I end up putting like a door here so that the balcony isn't just open, which like if you were playing with a real Barbie dream house, it would just be like open, but in The Sims you don't want like weather getting into your game. So yeah, I thought it was cool to have like a little porch area. But then when I'm making the bathroom, it's kind of looking a little bit slim here, so I end up extending it, and yeah, I'm happy with this shape. And then I did notice that she had this shape bath in this 1995 dream house, so love that. And then I put a little shower on by the stained glass window, because I thought that would be such a vibe, wouldn't it, having a shower by a stained glass window. I know I would love that. So yeah, and then I found this cool little tile, and then I experiment, should I make it pink or blue, but then it's Barbie, so we go for pink. And then I go to work on a room. I use my favourite wallpaper again. I paint the wood white, and then I found this perfect bed, which I think goes with the theme so well. And then I do struggle a little bit finding like a wardrobe system for her. So as you can see here, I'm using a lot of different items and I just can't decide which is the right one. So I fiddle around for a little bit, and I feel like she is Barbie, so she needs a vanity. So I find the perfect vanity, and then I put a little bedside table, and I want to find like an alarm clock, but you can't just get a small alarm clock like you could in The Sims 2 and Sims 1. You need to bring that back, Sims. Oh my god, did you hear about the new concepts that we got to vote on for like upcoming expansion packs? I really want that 1980s, 1990s expansion pack. That is what I am dreaming for them to go with. If we could have like a Sims 2 vibe expansion pack for The Sims 4, my life would honestly be made. And being able to go to shopping malls and just going to arcades and doing so many things that like reminds me of being young and being in the 90s and the early 2000s. Like, I would so love that in a game, so I'm really hoping that's the idea that wins the vote. But yeah, I'm finishing up here, and I really like that I made the shower area into its own little closed off what do you call that, glass doored area. And yeah, I kind of just think I'm going to leave it at this because it's not perfect, but you know what, I'm not perfect and my builds aren't perfect, but I had a lot of fun with this. Dream house is actually my favourite dream house that I made. I have made a few Barbie dream houses, and if you are interested in seeing the other builds that I've done, I'm going to leave a link somewhere up here, so please check that out, and I hope to see you in my next video. Happy simming!
I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Rings felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a 10. Like Jazzy, Stacy,